Little cats old enough to catch their own prey, gather here below the sky rock for a clan meeting, Lunastar called. Tangled amongst the roots of the fallen trees, she made into her den. Her silver coat standing out amongst the deep browns and dark grays of the rock and tree. It had snowed last night, covering their camp in a blanket of cold white flakes as leafall came to a close. The morning has been busy with each cat playing their part to replace wet moths and feathers with dry ones. Well, as dry as they could manage. Even Snowpaw and Icepool had been busy clearing wet or damaged herbs from their stores. The beginning of leaf break would be difficult this year. With its early snowfall and cold winds that blew over the cliffside the Skyclan had made their home against. Slowly, cats emerged from their dens and stopped what they were doing to move closer to the skyrock to hear what their leader had to say. Nearby, Misty, Storm, and Emberberry quietly cleaned their kits' fur, but they were squirming and protesting from the kits. Lunastar knew the four would be excited to become apprentices like every kit before them, and it made her wonder what she would have been like if she was born in a clan and not in a two-legged den. Below the rock, her deputy, Cloudhawk, stood, his thick wood pelt blending in with the fallen snow, but also standing out against the dark stone of the skyrock. Beside him sat Inkpaw. The white and black apprentice's ears were pinned back, avoiding eye contact with her father, deputy, and mentor. She couldn't help but wonder why Inkpaw was acting that way, and how she didn't do so well hunting, and was embarrassed, or perhaps it had to do with the prophecy Snowpaw had just a few moons ago, and kept it hidden for so long. She remembered being called in Icepool's den, and being told of what the apprentice had seen. She only hoped that Inkpaw would choose the right path. If the prophecy were true, she also hoped that Cloudhawk would teach the Wizard Skyclan and protect her from the thorn-sharp claws that had their hold on her. Lunastar looked away, looking over the group of warriors that sat below the skyrock before speaking. Today is a very special day. We have worked hard to raise our kids as a clan, so one day they will grow to be strong, loyal warriors, and today is the day they begin their apprentice training. She started, and the four kids by their mother's sides bolted from them and pushed their way to the front of the crowd, tails held high and eyes lit with excitement. Lunastar couldn't help but chuckle. The silver leader lifted her tail up, beckoning the first cat forward. "Birch Kit, please step forward," she said, and the white tabby left his spot to stand at the base of the rock near Cloudhawk. "Birch Kit, you have reached the age of 6 moons, and it is time for you to be apprenticed. From this day until you receive your warrior name, you will be known as Birchpaw. Your mentor will be Sunnysade. I hope that Sunnysade will teach you all that he knows," she started, then fluttered her tail, beckoning the golden warrior to come forward. Sunnysade moved his way through the crowd, standing near Birchpaw. Lunastar started again. "Sunnysade, you are ready to take on an apprentice. You have worked hard to be accepted into our clan, through fighting harsh battles with Windclan, and even bringing in a few kids of your own to join us. Although you had no prior mentor, you have certainly earned your right to have an apprentice. You have shown bravery and courage, and I hope that you will pass this on to your apprentice." As she finished, Sunnysade turned to Birchpaw, pressing his nose to the apprentice's shoulder. He then opened his mouth to speak. "Your father would have been proud. I was there when he had died, and through you, we will show Windclan that he did not die in vain." The apprentice nodded, puffing out his chest before the golden tom shooed him into the crowd, sitting beside him. Cheers rose among the gathered cats, and Lunastar lifted her head to cheer as well, much quieter, however, allowing her voice to be drowned out by the warriors of her clan. She waited until the noise died down before she started to speak again. "Blue Kit, step forward," she commanded, and waiting for the blue-gray she-kit to move to the front of the crowd, she opened her mouth to speak. "Blue Kit, you have— Lunastar!" A loud, terrified mew arose from the entrance to the clan, cutting the leader off from continuing. Standing at the entrance to their camp stood Stormpaw. The gray apprentice had a cut on his cheek, blood dripping from it. His chest was moving rapidly, breathing quite heavily. The leader leaped from the rock and pushed her way through the crowd to greet him, Cloudhawk following close behind, along with his apprentice, Inkpaw. "Stormpaw, what happened?" Lunastar asked, looking over the gray apprentice for any other wounds. The crowd of cats were watching, chattering amongst themselves. Moonclan is attacking, and our porters! We need backup! There's too many!" he cried out. That was when the clan started to panic. Just earlier that day, Lunastar sent Kenzieheart, Ashfur, Stormpaw, and Gingerchout out on a patrol by their borders with Moonclan. Bearstar had abandoned that stretch of land back in Greenleaf. They've been quiet since. Then why are they attacking now? Leah looked over his shoulder at her deputy. Cloudhawk! Take Inkpaw, Mossfur, Waterlily, Rosypelt, and Junipertuft with you. Gather our borders and help drive Moonclan back out of our territory. The leader snapped. The Tom quickly nodded, hurrying the warriors that were named to where Stormpaw was standing. The Tom licked his son's ear. Stormpaw, are you alright? His shoulder is cut pretty badly. Yes, and Stormpaw nodded. I can still defend my borders. Come on, we can't leave the others there alone. He called out, rushing back out of camp. Cloudhawk glanced at the cat of cats, then followed his group following behind. Lunastar stood to the rest of her clanmates. For the rest of you, work on gathering brambles to help line our borders. We can't neglect any of our border defenses. We will have to postpone Blue Kit, Rumble Kit, and all the kids' apprentice ceremonies for now. Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Warriors the Untold Tales. We've got a bit of drama going on, and this is also the first episode that I am not pre-recording. So this episode will be going up tomorrow at 4 o'clock. If everything goes to plan. I've already been having some issues with my recording device. No, not the recording device, my editing software. My editing software wasn't letting me record the audio for the machinima piece for the beginning of this episode. So I think everything will be alright now. And as you guys can see, there was a bit of drama going on this morning. And Moonclan has decided to finally attack the borders to try to take back their piece of territory that they had given the Skyclan when Skyclan had first became a clan. With a mere 3 members, Lunastar, Cloudhawk, who was Artemis at the time, and Flintpelt, wherever he's located. I'm not exactly sure where Flintpelt... Oh, he's down here. He's down here. And for this episode, we've got a few warriors that are not going to be present. And I don't even have my DeviantArt journal up. I'm going to see if I can quickly open it up. I just had DeviantArt open a second ago and I closed it. This is my first time recording in maybe a week or 2, because every episode before now was pre-recorded, and this is the first one that's not. I don't have my journal open. But for this episode, we've got a number of cats that we're not allowed to use this episode because they're off fighting against Moonclan, while Lunastar and the rest of the cats are left behind to try to find brambles and moss and stuff to start working on the borders. I think last episode we were also working on borders, but this episode we're also going to do the same, so it's kind of a laid-back episode. But my first episode that's not pre-recorded, as I keep saying. So the cats that we're currently not allowed to use for this episode are Kenzie Hart, whoa, random, there we go, Ashfur, Stormpaw, Gingertuft, Cloudhawk, Inkpaw, Mossfur. Where's Mossfur at? Mossfur is up there, up here, I think. Waterlily, Rosypelt, and Junipertuft. So we're severely limited on cats we can take with us this episode. So we'll grab our apprentice Wolfpaw. I was going to send him, but I've got future plans for Wolfpaw. And let's also grab... I think we'll grab Hailpaw. Because I think now that Birchpaw has become an apprentice, who I actually need to rename as soon as I figure out where he's located. I think this is him up here. Is this Birchpaw? Yes, this is Birchkit. So let's change you to Birchpaw. And your mentor was Sunnyshade. So we were going to take Wolfpaw, Hailpaw, and... what is Hailpaw's mentor? I really should have this stuff written down. because I am always not prepared. I'm supposed to be trying to be a professional, but I'm apparently not. But I'm also super tired right now. It is currently 10:32 p.m. on a Sunday. Yes, Sunday? Yes, it is Sunday. I actually have homework to do, so I probably should be doing that instead of recording, but that's fine. Where is Hailpaw's mentor? Hailpaw. Hailpaw is Sadie Claw. So let's grab Sadie Claw. Where is she at? Over here. I think that because Birchpaw, as well as Emberberry's 3 kits, and Wolfpaw is stuck in a bush. There we go. I think that because Birchpaw, as well as his den mates, who aren't apprentices yet, will become apprentices. Sadie Claw is going to allow Hailpaw to resume his training. So the one area that we're not allowed to access for this episode is up this way, which is where the border with Moonclan is, because it's going to be fighting. And we're not even going to be able to do all too much, except for collect supplies to work on the borders. So let's just kind of go around. Oh, or not. Yeah, you run away. Okay. Anyway, let's grab supplies. Whoa, nope. Too many cats. Okay. You shouldn't be attacked here. At least I don't think so. Let's continue to grab brambles and anything that we can find to work on borders. And we'll go back to our border along this stretch of territory that we had claimed a couple episodes ago. Because that was Lunastar's orders. But the rest of the clan that is not on the patrol to battle Moonclan, they'll be working on collecting brambles and other resources to set up our board to continue. Guys, this is how you know I'm tired. I can't speak, even more than I usually can. The rest of the clan is going to be grabbing brambles and all sorts of stuff like that to work on our borders. Because I said an episode or 2 ago that we were going to use brambles and stuff like that to mark like where our borders are along our territory. So that's what we're going to be doing this episode, working on that. So feathers, brambles, few, anything like that we can find on Windclan territory, we'll grab a hold of and work on our borders. We have not claimed this stretch of land down here where cats are attacking. So if we do claim that area, then we'll remove these brambles and replace them with something else. So, like I said, this is going to be kind of a chill episode, or at least Lunastar. Cloudhawk and the rest of the clan, the part of the clan that he took with him to go defend their borders against Moonclan, are in a bit of a pickle right now. And the recording part of this episode is probably going to be a little shorter, because you will see a little sneak peek, or a little machinima piece, of the fight between Moonclan and Skyclan at the end of this episode, and I can't take away, or I can't switch. Continue. Unable to talk. How are you guys even still watching this? I can't talk to save my life, and you guys still apparently enjoy this. At least some of you. What I'm trying to say is I can't, like, skip onto, Leafball 2, or Day 2 of Leaf Bear. That's how you say it. Leaf Bear. Because we're going to do a little, like, machinima type thing. Similar to what you saw at the beginning of this episode. For the battle between Skyclan and Moonclan, because it's going on the exact same day. So instead of my usual 15-20 minute long episodes, this is probably only going to be around like 10 minutes, and we're actually already running out of time. So this episode, while already all over the place, is gonna be a little shorter than normal. I'm sorry. Hopefully soon I'll get back into the swing of recording. And we can't go that way because that leads into the stretch of Windclan territory as well. So let's just kind of... Well, no. Let's head back. Put everyone back, and we'll end the episode. Because we're reaching 10 minutes and it's 7 p.m. Almost 8 p.m. So we did a little bit of progress this episode. I promise the next episode will be a full episode of at least maybe 2 days long. I think. Probably. I don't know. You guys will have to wait and see. And this episode will be on Monday, if I have the chance. And then the episode after that will be on a Wednesday. Alright? Anyway, that's the end of this episode. Stay tuned for the battle between Skyclan and Moonclan at the end of this episode. And I'll see you all next time. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like this episode and want to see more. And, like I said, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Cloudhawk marched through the falling snow, his warriors following close behind, his son, Stormpaw, walking close by, somewhat leading the way to where the battle was going on. As they got closer to their borders with Moonclan, the loud meows and hisses of many cats grew louder and louder. The Tom glanced at his group. Our clanmates are in danger. Help as best as you can, but don't put yourself at risk. If you need to flee, then flee. Don't try to be a hero, he said before moving forward, stopping at the bramble barrier that had been made just a few days ago. He took one look through the opening, scanning the open field of Moonclan cats. Sure enough, he could see his own clanmates, Kenzie Hart, Ashfur, and Gingertuft, in amongst a group of Moonclan cats, fighting with tooth and claw, but being outnumbered. Gingertuft was struggling against 2 Moonclan warriors, crouched and slashing at one, while another was attacking her from behind. Cloudhawk recognized the two as Pebble Splash and Copperflame. Near her was Kenzie Hart, who was caught up in her own battle. She was pinned down by a large black-colored figure of Berrystar. His sharp claws dug into her chest. His dark pelt was already stained in blood from the fighting. His collar was no longer purple, but a deep red. Near him were Darkflower, the leader's mate. This one was a gray spotted Tom, much smaller than Berrystar. It took him a moment to recognize the Tom as Blizzardpaw. The apprentice was stalking back and forth, his tail lashing, as if impatient to tear Kenzie Hart to shreds. Cloudhawk's ears flattened. Lunastar would be heartbroken if he let her mate die. He inched closer to the opening of the wall, searching amongst the cats for Ashfur. The Great Tom was facing off against a ginger splashy cat, and the gray and brown patchy Tom. He recognized the two as Morning Song and Acorn from Great Oak. Deep cuts ran along the Tom's pelt as he hissed wildly at the two before punching, knocking over the golden she-cat easily, only to be torn off by Acorn. Cloudhawk snarled, watching Moonclan destroy his clanmates. Lifting his tail, he crawled through the opening quietly, not moving his eyes off the fighting cats. As the clanmates followed him, "Skyclan, attack!" he cried out, racing towards the group, his white pelt a blur against the thin layer of snow. As he approached, he turned, barreling in the Berrystar and knocking the Tom off Kenzie Hart. The she-cat rose to her paws, standing at Cloudhawk's side. He shot a glance at her in worry, and she simply shrugged, licking his shoulder in thanks. Berrystar growled, retaliating against Cloudhawk, raking his claws down the Tom's chest, and Cloudhawk attacked back, leaping at the larger Tom and digging his claws into his back, determined to knock him down. Nearby, his clan fought with Moonclan, pushing and being pushed, fairly evenly matched now that there were reinforcements to back them up. As he kicked and scratched at Berrystar's side, he could hear the screeches of Moonclan cats being pushed back towards their own territory. Berrystar twisted under Cloudhawk's weight, struggling to push the Tom off. Cloudhawk chuckled, pushing the Tom to the ground, resting an unsheathed paw on his chest. "Don't you dare cross us again, Berrystar. A clan is more than ready to fight, he bellowed, eyeing the leader with a grin. Bearstar simply snarled in return, twisting his body and kicking Cloudhawk off him. It is you who will be defeated, Cloudhawk, he purred, lifting one paw and swung at Cloudhawk. The Tom tried to back up, only to receive a sharp push from the spotted apprentice, Lizardpaw. Where do you think you're going, huh? He chuckled, and just as Cloudhawk turned to swing at him, powerful claws swept across his chest, and Cloudhawk cried out in pain. A broken bell in his collar had flown off from impact. A large rip in the collar had formed, causing it to fall off his neck. Cloudhawk's legs shook as he struggled to breathe due to the blow on his neck. His blood pooled from it. He could see the two Moonclan Toms approaching. This was it, he thought, as the vision began to fade. Cloudhawk! A voice called, and the two Toms stopped, turning towards where the voice was coming from. It was Water Lily. Beside her was Stormpaw. The two rushed towards them, Water Lily pushing herself between Bearstar and Cloudhawk, headbutting the Tom and knocking him back. Stormpaw, on the other hand, had knocked Berrypaw off his paws. Get away from my father! The Grey Tom snapped, digging his claws into the other apprentice's shoulder. Lizardpaw glared in his direction. Moonclan will defeat you! We will! Lizardpaw snapped back, slashing his claws across the other apprentice's muzzle, causing Stormpaw to back off. Cloudhawk struggled to his paws, with Stormpaw and Water Lily's help. He had avoided sustaining worse wounds than he had. But the fight wasn't over. His neck was still bleeding, and the shredded remains of his collar were laying at his paws. Cloudhawk was panting, and with the loss of blood, his vision had grown fuzzy. But he wouldn't give up, not yet. As he turned back towards Bearstar and Water Lily, the Dark Tom was standing over his clanmate. Claws dug into her chest, baring his sharp fangs at the tabby she-cat with every intention of killing her. Cloudhawk growled, leaping forward, claws outstretched. However, with his fuzzy vision, he merely hit the Tom's shoulder and was knocked off easily. Cloudhawk's body hit the ground, sliding across the slippery grass. The last thing he saw before his vision went dark was the agonizing cry of Water Lily as Bearstar dug his claws deeper into her throat and ending her life. The Dark Tom then turned towards Cloudhawk, leaving Water Lily's body behind, and approached the Tom, chuckling darkly as he moved closer and closer to the Skyclan deputy. The snow around his paws slowly turned red with every step he took, and behind him, the dark red pool of the Water Lily pooled out, and changing the snow around her from white to red. At this point, Cloudhawk couldn't open his eyes. He had lost too much blood. He was going to die here today, alongside Water Lily. It would be slaughtered by his nephew. The rest of his clan. He didn't know what would happen if they lost the deputy in battle. Starclan, help! Cloudhawk cried softly, praying that somewhere, somehow, Starclan would hear his cries.